the stuffing muffins are in the oven, so we have to pair it with gravy, right? So we're gonna do a gravy from scratch. Unfortunately for the stuffing and the gravy, I don't have dripping, so we're gonna make it a little bit different, usually with like a broth and flour, just kind of like a easy way to make gravy. So let's go ahead and start with, I'm gonna start with some garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it down. This one I'm actually going to mince it very fine. I don't want the chunky pieces actually in the gravy. So I'm really getting this chopped down finely. I don't want it too chunky in the gravy, and I don't want to overpower it too. So here we go. Let's just keep on. All right. So that is ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn our pan on. Put like medium heat. I'm gonna start off with a little olive oil. So let's go ahead and put a little bit in there. I'm gonna do that just to brown the garlic a little bit. Let me go ahead and grab a spatula here. I'm gonna take a bouillon, throw it in there as well. And we're gonna let that break down a little bit. I'm also gonna do a mix of butter, so I'm gonna throw some butter in there. It's kind of soft, it's easier to grab. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, let it heat up. I want the bouillon to break down a little bit. And then I have some easy ingredients. So while that's warming up, we have Worcester sauce, we have Dijon mustard, some flour, we have a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, some salt and pepper that I like to throw in there, heavy whipping cream. We're gonna add some chicken broth. That's been the theme this cooking segment. And then also I'm gonna add some dry sherry wine in there as well too. I'm gonna go ahead and add the garlic in there. Don't burn it, you just cook it a little bit. Just like that. All right, you smell the garlic. That smells good. Next, we're gonna add some flour. Slowly add these ingredients in, okay? So we're gonna add a little bit of flour. You can see in there a little bit of that. We're gonna go ahead and whisk it. I'm gonna add some more butter because, you know, that's just how I roll. There we go. All right, so put it on low, don't burn it, keep on whisking it. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour in there, whisk some more. And really all the point of this is so that it just thickens up, that's it. Let's add a little bit more. So that smells good. Can you smell that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And the whisk, you're just gonna scrape the bottom. You don't want it to burn on the bottom. You just wanna break up all the flour in there. So I just kind of go like that. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of, that's onion powder, so about a teaspoon of onion powder. All right, we're gonna add another teaspoon of garlic powder, so I'm gonna throw that in there as well. All right, scrape it from the bottom. We're gonna add some Dijon mustard in there, so I'm just gonna, bam, just like that. Now it's starting, you see how it kind of thickened up? That thickened up very quickly. Now we're gonna add some chicken broth. So I'm gonna add this in here. Add it in slowly, okay? You can go a little bit at a time. And you see how now it's starting to look like a gravy? You zoom in there. Put a little bit more in there, so slowly add it. We have Worcester sauce, so I'm gonna throw a little bit in there. That's gonna bring out some good flavor in the gravy. Again, add some more chicken broth. We can add a little bit more this time. Let's break it down a little bit. Are you guys hungry or what? Okay, I got you guys. I got you guys. Okay, so we're gonna keep on mixing. That looks like gravy to me. All right, so that looks good. Now, I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. Add a little bit of salt and pepper, just like that. You don't need too much salt. I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper actually, so about a tablespoon of salt, pepper. Now, the sherry wine. We're gonna throw that in there. Don't judge. that was about like a half a cup of sherry wine. So we'll go ahead and mix that in. I usually use like a rice or like a wine vinegar or something like that to cook. So I've never cooked like with a wine, so this should be interesting. All right, so it's broken down. The flour looks like it's broken down. Now, how are you gonna thicken this up? Okay, so we have to add a little bit of some of the whipping cream, okay? I have a heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna just pour it in slowly. And it's gonna thicken it up, okay? So should I try it? Should I taste a little bit just to see where it's going? I like to do that a little bit. So I'm just adding a little bit more ingredients. I have a big party to feed later, so I wanna make sure I have enough gravy because there's gonna be some angry people if not. All right, so I think the stuffing muffins are ready. So let's go ahead and pull them out. Let's do this carefully. Oh, those look good. So they're browned on the top. And we have a little bit more of the gravy. So I kept on adding all of my ingredients little by little. Easy on the Worcester sauce, easy on the Dijon mustard. I added more flour. I added more chicken broth. And I added a little bit of water just to kind of keep it a little bit liquidy, so it's not too thick. And as you can see, I added some rosemary in here to kind of give it a little bit more flavor. And it'll be ready here in a second to put on top of the stuffing muffins. All right, guys, so the gravy is ready. I added a little bit of rosemary. So I'm gonna scoop, and the muffins are ready here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit on the bottom here. And then let's take this over here. I'm going to scoop one of the stuffing muffins out. Let's throw that right on there, bam. And then, do you guys want some gravy on top or put it on the side? Okay. So we'll put a little bit on this side, okay? So the ladies are gonna test this out. Go ahead and give it a go.
This looks so good. Smells really good.
That's really good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Girl. Yeah, it's really good. It's good. This is him. Okay.
Well, I'll let the ladies enjoy that. Again, thank you guys for joining me on my cooking episode this afternoon, making Thanksgiving food, so stuffing muffins with gravy. Until next time, this is Breaking Bread with Hanem. Come share a meal with me.